Hello, Pisces, and thank you so much for joining me today. This is a general reading, so it goes without saying that it may or may not resonate with you this week. We will be looking at the stories from the Greek myths using the Mythic Tarot cards. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it and find out what we have for you. Wow, okay, so here in the Death card we have Hades, the god of the underworld. And being offered up to him straight away is, I'm just really drawn to these little figures that are making offerings to him down here. And this is a narcissus flower being offered up. Now, death is all about transformation, the death card. It's about change. There's a big change happening in your life at the moment, Pisces. You can see that the sun in the background is rising. There's a new dawn. There's a new beginning happening. But what this could be causing in your life with the Two of Swords coming in is that you can see Orestes standing in the middle here with his hands to his ears, and his parents are fighting. These two are fighting. And so Orestes is basically not wanting to admit that there's some sort of conflict. He's not wanting to hear it. Okay. He doesn't want to hear it anymore. And with the death card, there's a big change happening. It's like there's something that either you just don't want to acknowledge. Okay, you don't want to necessarily acknowledge that this is changing, that something in your life is changing. It might be initiating some sort of conflict, but whatever it is that there's a big internal change happening, a metamorphosis, a change on a big level. Sorry, and yeah, let's find out more about this Two of Swords energy. What can we get for Pisces for the Two of Swords energy? Now we have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords. So the Queen of Wands is very much a Leo energy. You can see the line there. And it's all about feeling comfortable with your decisions and being quite discerning and knowing what you want. Now the Page of Swords is around some gossip about it's the element of air. This is Zephyr, the west wind. And Zephyr, basically it's like an immature childlike energy of communication, so it tends to be this petty quarrel or energy, or some sort of like office gossipy kind of energy. But you can see it's kind of Zephyr's facing the other way to the Queen. It's almost like she is impervious to this sort of blowing of the Zephyr of the west wind, this kind of childish communication, whatever it is, it's kind of petty. So this Queen of Wands is just sitting there going, I'm going to hold my ground with this. Okay, she's basically not buying into it, anyone else's childish behavior. She's really not responding to it. But you can see, if you just look at the size, Zephyr actually looks bigger than the Queen. So it's almost like it's getting quite big. It feels like it's quite a big thing that's happening here, that it actually could try, and it's trying to encompass you. It's not just something little that you can, it's not just a little throwaway comment that you can just ignore. It's like there's a much bigger thing that you not want to necessarily engage with, or you don't even want to necessarily accept that it's there, but it is there. And it's that similar energy to the Two of Swords of, it's almost like the Queen of Wands is going, I don't want to listen, I don't want to hear. There's an element of not wanting to hear and not wanting to listen with this energy. And it really is coming down to some sort of petty quarrels, or something that people are saying, not wanting to listen to hear what people are saying about you. It doesn't feel so much, I'm just still on the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords, because it feels like there's this kind of growing situation here, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger, and you can't ignore it. The Queen of Wands is trying to sit on her throne and just rule and do her day-to-day activities in her day-to-day business. And it's like this thing's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So at some point, you're going to have to address this. The Queen is going to have to address this. Because we have here justice coming in with Athena, the goddess of truth and wisdom and battle strategy, and the Page of Pentacles coming in. Now Athena feels really strong when I put her next to the page. The page is such a, again, a childlike energy, but it's a very soft, vulnerable energy. I feel like this is more you. Like I felt like you were the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords was the situation that was growing bigger and bigger, Pisces. But for you guys, I feel like you're the Page of Pentacles, in that it's almost like weathering the storm, and that you do have this precious thing you're trying to hold on to in the Page of Pentacles, and you know that it could quite easily break, it could quite easily smash to pieces, and you just have to protect it. There's this real protection energy with this Page of Pentacles, because this is something you don't want to lose, and it's something that you want to keep for the future. It's something that you want to grow and turn into something bigger, but it's quite vulnerable at the moment. So there's this real just holding on, just holding on. Now with the Justice card, with Athena coming in so strongly, this is very much the truth. Very much the truth, and it might actually also be around legalities and contracts. Now you can see Athena's holding up her sword of truth. It's the element of air. This is a Libra card as well. So what I get with this card of Athena, she's weighing things up, so she's got the scales. I don't necessarily feel like it is a person. I feel like it's an energy of some sort of energy that's coming in and kind of just sorting it out. This is the sorting it out energy, and it's the truth. It's very clear, we can see, and it's very ordered. You can see that the tiles are black and white, very ordered and clear, and it's very much a weighed up, very rational mind. But I get the feeling that this is some sort of external element that's coming in and kind of sorting it out. So if this thing that's growing bigger and bigger that you're trying not to think about is around some sort of contract or legality, anything to do with that, the fine prints, I feel like that's kind of like the overriding force here, that contract, whatever that is. But I don't necessarily feel like I feel like it's impartial. It's not taking sides. It's like, this is how it is. It's kind of got a this is how it is energy. So if it is a person, it's not like this justice energy is not taking one person's side or the other. It's quite literally just an agent of change, not so much change, but clarification, just coming in and going, no, this is the truth, and this is how it's going to be. And it's got this real rigidity to it. It's got this official energy to it. So something official is kind of, there's some sort of official judgment coming in, or something at play here, something karmic that can be coming in. We have the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, again, the King of Cups, it's this sensitive energy. You might be feeling, because we've got this lovely watery energy for you guys this week, Pisces, and the King of Cups is sometimes the Cancerian card, but it's this watery energy of not wanting to, this king's again sensitive, so that's why I'm getting you might be feeling a little bit sensitive around an issue this week. And I feel like things are definitely changing and turning. With the Wheel of Fortune coming in, there's external events that are happening, and they kind of might be out of your control, really. It's just, I feel like it's it's just, I see the wheels, the cogs of a wheel turning, like it is just happening. This is just happening. And with the King of Cups, I feel like, yeah, you just kind of got to sit within this situation. You don't want to, the king doesn't want to dip his toes in the water. You see there's little choppy water under there. He's very sensitive. He's a creative. He's soft. He's a poet. This is Theseus. He's the world's best poet, and he is actually a very, very sensitive being. But the thing with him is he's been hurt in the past. He doesn't want to dip his toes in this choppy water of the past, the water being emotions. So there's this reluctance I feel like there's this reluctance, and also just this sensitivity, because I feel like you are kind of being a little bit hurt by this situation. There's something around it that's hurting you, the way people are behaving. I don't feel like you're being malicious in any way, but I just feel like you're remaining quite neutral. But there are some events or things happening around you that other people are not behaving in the best way. But it's about to change. Everything's about to get flipped and changed with this Wheel of Fortune coming in. So there's going to be some sort of result. It's not going to be remaining the same as it is. And I'm not getting whether the result is in whose favour. I'm just getting that it is not going to remain the same, which is actually seems to be more of the message that you were kind of worried that you were stuck in this situation. So what else can we get for this? With the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles again coming through, the Queen of Pentacles is reminding me, this is a little bit reminding me of the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords energy, except it's almost like the opposite of it. With the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen sitting on her throne again, but the Hierophant is the bigger energy this time. The Hierophant, instead of this problem that is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and feeling overwhelming as something's overwhelming you, the Hierophant is Chiron. He's the wounded healer. He's a teacher and very wise. And so this wisdom and what you have learnt is actually going to be the bigger thing, rather than from this process you're going to gain wisdom. It's going to be bigger than you, okay? So it's going to be bigger than this obviously gossipy kind of childish communication, petty communication or quarrel, whatever this is. And it's going to actually make you feel a lot more grounded with this Queen of Pentacles. This is very much a Taurus card. So, she's very much sits on her throne. She's comfortable with her body. And I feel like this is you grounding back down again. And the bigger picture is actually that there is healing and there is wisdom gained from this. So it's really positive. It's very positive, whatever path this is going on. So I feel like there's definitely some sort of verdict. And I do want to say I feel like it is in your favor. It is turning. The wheel is turning now. It just feels like it's a necessary change. Again, this is going to be your soul card, Pisces. Oh, the Ten of Swords. Exactly. It just fell out. This is the story of Orestes. His family has been cursed, and for a very long time, and he has been praying to the gods to end the curse, and this is the end of the curse, something that's been happening over generations. And in comes Athena again. We had Athena in the Justice card, the impartial kind of judge that comes in and sort of cleans everything up. And here she is again in the Ten of Swords. The truth is going to be really important in this situation, especially when that thing that you're not wanting to acknowledge is the communication. It has the chance to be quite almost malicious, so that the truth is not the main. It's kind of the opposite of the truth. It's a bit of hot air. So you can see that the dark clouds are leaving here. Athena's coming in and putting a stop to these furies, these ladies with the snake hair. And they're kind of this difficult situation. Now, with the Ten of Swords coming in, it can really be, it's an ending. And that's what I'm saying with this Wheel of Fortune energy. It is changing. It's not going to stay the same. There's going to be some sort of resolution. I don't necessarily feel like it's within anyone's favor, but I don't feel like you're going to come out badly from it. So it's kind of hard to explain what that is, but it's more of a relief that it's finally over. It's finally over, but it could take its toll on you. The energy of the Ten of Swords is that you can see that Orestes is kind of at the bottom. He's exhausted and collapsed. It's that thing that you just need some time out to process it. So it's a very necessary and thankful ending of a situation. But yeah, it can be, with the Death card, something, and ending on the Ten of Swords, starting with the two cards about ending. Something is definitely ending, and there's a potential for it to be taking quite a bit out of you, Pisces. So I really think that it's a positive change, but I think, yeah, like I said, you're going to need a little bit of time out to look after yourself, a bit of self-care. So please take care, Pisces. If you would like to hear more, I will be uploading these at the same time each week. So please subscribe, like, or leave a comment or share, and look after yourselves. See ya.